Hi my loves and welcome back to my channel. It is so great to have you here. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. I have never done a video like this before, but obviously I've seen a lot of people who have and it just looks like so much fun. And I have quite the physical TBR to get through, so I figured this would be a good way to kind of refine it a bit more for this month. So I'm going to be letting a TBR jar pick my March reads. I'm so excited about this. I wrote a bunch of prompts down and I put them in this little pot because I'm a plant girl, so I have lots of pots. And I'm not sure that you can see, but I've kind of stacked up all my physical TBR books. And honestly, I need to just get through all of these, so I'm not going to be too fussy on which ones. Oh my god, I forgot one. Hang on. I forgot Crescent City. This is also on my physical TBR, so we'll just put her back there. But yeah, anyway, let's just get into it because I'm super excited. I range anywhere from like 5 books to 11 books a month. That's kind of my range. March is a very, very busy month for me. I am actually going to Japan at the end of the month, which I'm so excited for. So I am probably going to pick books with that in mind, like that I'm going to be very, very busy. I've just gone back to uni as well, so obviously it's all pretty busy at the moment. But with that in mind, I think I'm going to pick about 6 prompts, maybe 7. And we'll see how we go. I always pick up a few books spontaneously through the month, so I'm gonna let room for that as well. Also, I thought I'd let you know that the first book I am reading in March is Say You Swear. I just kind of already picked this one up. I started reading it in the end of Feb, and it's just crossing over to March. So this is the first book that I'll be reading in March. But let's get started and pick one. All right. A book with a 2-word title. I feel like I can do this. It's a lot harder than I thought. We have Love Redesigned. And that's it. That's the only book I have with a 2-word title. Everything else is like the something something or something of something. So that makes it easy. The first book on my TBR is Love Redesigned. I'm actually so excited about this though. I've been seeing so many people read and love this book and it's been on my TBR. So I just picked it up recently and I'm actually so excited to go into this. I think I'm going to read this really, really soon. So I'm happy with that one. Next prompt is a book with a map on the front, which is so great because that means a fantasy book. So obviously, I'm sure Crescent City has a map in the front. Yes, it does. Okay, so that's an option. That's a very scary option. We also have another very scary option, which is The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. This also has a map in the front. A high fantasy, Brandon Sanderson. I love him, but he scares me. We have a few more. Does this book have a map? No. I've got like a lot of fantasy books. Oh, okay. This one also has a little map. This is called Champion of the Fate. This is a romantasy. That could be a possibility, a lot easier possibility. Ooh, I wonder if this one has a map. Are you serious? It doesn't? I really wanted to read this book. Okay, I'm kind of annoyed at that. Whatever. Now I'm just going through all of them and seeing if they have maps because I have quite a few like fantasy books. Does that count as a map? That counts as a map. This is The Warm Hands of Ghosts. Okay, so my options are pretty limited. Well, not really. I've got 4 books. They're just 2 of them I'm really intimidated by. These are the options. We have the third Crescent City book, A House of Flame and Shadow. I do kind of, maybe I will. The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. Champions of the Fate by Kendra Blake. And The Warm Hands of Ghosts by Catherine Arden. Okay, look, I could be brave. You know what? I think I'm gonna, oh my god, this is scary, but I think I'm gonna be brave. I think I'm gonna put Crescent City 3 on my TBR. I feel like out of these, it is the most realistic one just because I'm just really curious about it. I've seen such mixed reviews. So many people loving it, so many people really disappointed, and I feel like I really want to make my own opinion. So I think I'm gonna pick this one. Crescent City is going on the TBR. Okay, third prompt. We have Set in a Different Country. Okay, this is not a hard book to pick because I live in Australia. Do you know how many books are set in Australia that are like popular books? Not a lot. Honestly, I probably should read more books that are set in Australia, but I don't. I'm pretty sure that's like every book on my TBR. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. I have a few romances. I have Fangirl Down by Tessa Bailey and All Roads Lead Here by Mariana Zapata if I want romances. I'm kind of getting drawn to this though, Masters of Death by Olivia Blake. This was kind of honestly a free pick, but I'm guessing this isn't set in Australia. It isn't. I think I'm gonna go with Masters of Death by Olivia Blake. I've just been so curious about this book and really, really intrigued to start Olivia Blake's work. So I think I'm gonna go with this one. Fourth prompt is a book by an author I have never read. Okay, that's doable. I feel like the best 3 options are The Warm Hands of Ghosts. I've never read anything by Catherine Adrian. Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. I haven't read anything by her before either. And The Lies of Loch Lamora by Scott Lynch. But the fact that I have so much heavy fantasy on my TBR already, I feel like I'm gonna go with Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. It's just a cute little fantasy and I feel like it'll be really easy to get through, really sweet. I feel like I'll need little breaks like that this month. So I think I'm gonna go with Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, which I'm very excited about. I think I'm just gonna be doing 6 prompts because the fact that I have Crescent City on my TBR, that you have no idea how much that scares me. All right, 5th prompt. A forced proximity romance. The way I needed a romance so bad to break up some of this fantasy. As for physical TBR, I think we only have Fangirl Down and All Roads Lead here. I think Fangirl Down is a forced proximity. A fake dating forced proximity so that they can split a big cash prize or something. He is a golfer. I think technically a sports romance. I have never read a golf romance before. And then I know this is a small town romance. And I think this does count as a forced proximity as well because it is her landlord across the road from where she moves. So technically they can't escape each other. So I feel like these two are pretty good options. I'm gonna look on my Kindle TBR just in case. But I think those two will be the best options I have. I do have a Marriage for One. Is that a marriage of convenience or forced proximity? That is kind of forced proximity, but more marriage of convenience. Honestly, I get really confused between them. What's the difference? I don't get it. This is actually so much harder than I thought because I can't remember the difference between forced proximity and marriage of convenience. For the sake of this video, I'm just gonna go with it and say they're kind of interchangeable because I'm literally having such a hard time. I'm not a romance girly. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh wait, this is 2 words. I had another option. That's okay. I think I'm gonna go with Fangirl Down just because it's a quick, easy romance that I could fly through and I feel like it's a good little brain break. I think I'm gonna put that on my TBR. And I like Tessa Bailey. She has good, I like her books. I like her books. All right, for the last book, a book with magical elements. Geez, I'm really just getting in the fantasy world this month. Okay, I feel like these are my top 2 picks for them, although there's also a Conjuring of Light, which is the 3rd book in the Dark Shade of Magic trilogy. This is also might be my book club pick for the month. So I could just have a cheat way and put that on. I always leave room for that though. I'm just really intrigued by this one. I know this is a magical element because ghosts and all that. I think I'm gonna go with this one. I'm just really, really intrigued by this and it's calling to me. I'm a mood reader, what can I say? I might change my mind in a few days, but I think I'm gonna go with that one. Okay, so we have a good little physical TBR. Let's go through them all. We have Love Redesigned by Lauren Asher, which is a fun little romance. We have the most scary read of the month, Crescent City 3, House of Flame and Shadow by Sarah J. Maas, Masters of Death by Olivia Blake, Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, Fangirl Down by Tessa Bailey, and The Warm Hands of Ghosts by Catherine Ardron. I think I'm saying that right. I don't know if I am though. I'm pretty happy with that TBR. I think I'll be able to get through a lot of it, so I'm very excited. Thank you so much for watching today's video. This was so much fun. Let me know if you want me to keep this up as a little thing. I liked doing the TBR prompts. That was very, very fun. But yeah, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you again soon.